Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited that you are here for our second annual House of Hope Winter Benefit Concert. We have such a fantastic evening ahead with you. My name is Thea Lavin, and I am the Managing Director of Supporting Hope, the U.S. nonprofit dedicated to sustaining and supporting the amazing work that happens at House of Hope School.
And I'm Chrissy Bozen, also a member of Supporting Hope. And like Thea, just really happy to be here and so grateful to all of you for joining us this evening for a wonderful evening to support House of Hope and to share amazing performances and hear great messages from Palestine and from our community of supporters. As a fundraising partner for House of Hope, we at Supporting Hope are a volunteer team, and we make sure that 100% of your donations go straight to the school, really to help them cover operational expenses and programming expenses. And we just really couldn't make this work happen without you. And we're so appreciative of your support.
Great. Well, tonight we're going to be hearing from many beloved people at House of Hope in Palestine, from the students who have prepared some songs for you that they are so excited to know is broadcasting tonight, as well as hearing directly from the teachers about the work that they do and the inspiration that they have to do this kind of childhood education in Palestine. And we're also going to hear from a couple of supporters like you as well, who love House of Hope and love the children of Palestine and are with us in spirit. So tonight, first, we're going to hear from Milad Voskerichian, the chairman of Vision Association for Culture and Arts and its House of Hope Vision School. Milad will share with us his message from Palestine and some vision for the year ahead. It's been a challenging year, but amazingly, our work at House of Hope has expanded and gotten stronger and reached more children who are growing up under the stress of occupation. So much to celebrate tonight, despite the hardships experienced over the past year. So without further ado, we have Milad.
Dear friends, dear beloved community, dear supporters of Vision School and Kindergarten, House of Hope, Palestine. Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and we wish a Happy New Year to everyone. We are so happy, so joyful at House of Hope Vision School that this year, after the pandemic, we survived with love and joy and kindness. Today, our kids at the kindergarten received best education, the vault of education. Today, our school, from the first grade to fifth grade, they received a good quality of education, integrated with non-violent education, non-violent communication, music, and arts. We are so happy and so grateful to each one of you for supporting us here in Palestine. Our message in the holidays to everyone: there is a lot of dreams under occupation, behind walls, and behind segregation. We wish from everyone to keep praying, to keep acting in solidarity with us, and to keep supporting us. This school, this education, this pillar of nonviolence, it helps our kids and youth to receive music courses like the Palestinian beats with our trainer from the USA, Valerie Oth, that targeting Palestinian youth to do beatbox and rap. Music is a method of healing. Education is a method of healing. Arts is a method of healing. Hand by hand, one family, beloved community, we build Palestine: democracy, equality, dignity, and freedom of movement. These kids will be the leaders of tomorrow. Our kids at House of Hope Vision School and Kindergarten, they are the judge, the doctors, the engineers, the surgeons of tomorrow. Help us and support us to continue our dream in building Palestine, in building schools, in building good education in the West Bank. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and happy holidays. From me and on behalf of our kids, our volunteers, our teachers, and our staff, we send love, blessing, and joy to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much to Milad for that message and warm greeting. As many of you know, House of Hope Vision School was born from a community organization founded by Manar, Milad, and Milad's brother Nubar all the way back in 2008. And as Milad has described, their dream was to share the principles of nonviolence and love to help their community heal from ongoing trauma of the occupation and to inspire and nurture the next generation of Palestinians. Locally known as Vision Association for Culture and Arts, or VACA for short, they launched House of Hope Vision School as the first holistic and Waldorf-inspired kindergarten and elementary school in the West Bank. But VACA's impact goes beyond K through 5, as they offer programming for adolescent youth and adults, including training and programming to help empower women in their community. Since its establishment back in 2008, VACA has made a tremendous positive impact in their community. Over 15,000 kids have been reached through schooling and summer camps and activities. And over 400 Palestinian heritage art, music, and dance celebrations have taken place. Over 1,000 young people have learned vocational skills, and over 300 youth have participated in leadership meetings. And we've seen nearly 30 international encounter delegations, so bringing volunteers, students, peacemakers to visit and engage with House of Hope staff and students, and to learn about and partner in their vital work. Each morning, House of Hope students start their day by reciting the Pledge of Nonviolence. When we think about the number of students and the number of years they've been doing this, we figure it's over 38,000 and counting times that Pledge of Nonviolence has been recited. Wow. Up next, we're excited to have you see and hear about that amazing impact that House of Hope's approach to education has had and how they nurture kids. First, we'll be treated to a song from the kids at House of Hope, led by Manar and Abed. And their song tells us about the power of Christmas, as love blossoms from the earth and has power over hatred. We'll also hear messages from Duha, who is the Executive Director of Elementary Education at House of Hope, followed by Jamie, who is another member of our Supporting Hope team.
يزيدك عافية أستاذ. أنا المعلمة ضحى فايز أبو سرحان من مدينة بيت لحم في قرية العبدية بالقرب من دير مرسابة. هذه إلي تقريبا 5 سنوات في مدرسة بيت الأمل هون في مدرسة رؤية. أول سنة أجيت اشتغلت هون حبيت التعليم هون في هاي المدرسة لأنه كان التعليم مميز عن باقي المدارس. كان في عنا في محبة ما بين الطاقم الموجود في مدرسة بيت الأمل وما بين المعلمين، فضليتني متمسكة بهاي المدرسة لوجود محبة ما بيننا. ما كان في تفريق ما بين إنسان مسلم وإنسان مسيحي. كتير كان الجو حلو. كمان كتير كان الجو حلو مع الطلاب. ما كان في عنف بين الطلاب. هي المدرسة الوحيدة اللي عنا اسأل أي طالب عنا بحكي لك مدرستنا مدرسة لا عنف، لازم كلنا نحب بعض ما نضرب بعض. كمان بحب أحكي إن أنا صرت كمان هون المديرة التنفيذية لمدرسة بيت الأمل. بدير المعلمات بدير الطلاب. كثير في تعاون ما بين، في كثير محبة ما بين المعلمات وما بين الطلاب. كمان بحب أحكي عن هاي المدرسة كيف التعلم فيها بيكون. نستغل إحنا الطلاب إنه نفرغ لهم طاقات لأنهم جايين من بيئة فيها احتلال فيها ضغط فيها عنف. بيشوفوا كثير أشياء بالتلفزيونات سواء بأرض الواقع، بشوف كتير أشياء صعبة هم برا. فنحن هون بنحاول إنه نخفف عن طلابنا بأنشطة إنها تفرغ لهم الأشياء الجواب، سواء بالموسيقى سواء بنعلمهم باللعب إنهم يفرغوا. أنا بدرسهم مثلا كمان رياضيات عن طريق اللعب، بلعب معاهم يفرغوا الطاقات اللي هي مكبوتة جواهم، يطلعوا الأشياء النفسية اللي ضغطيتهم في هاي الحياة. نعرف كمان إحنا في فلسطين بلد تحت الاحتلال واقع يعني، فطلابنا كتير عندهم ضغوطات. فمن خلال إحنا مثلا الموسيقى كتير بتخليهم تفرغ الأشياء اللي فيهم، بيحاولوا إنهم يعملوا أشياء تفرغ الطاقات السلبية الموجودة فيهم. فمدرستنا مدرسة بيت الأمل كتير جوها رائع وهدوء، لا عنف محبة أمان ما بينهم وما بين الطلاب. وإن شاء الله يا رب ربنا يديم هاي الأشياء.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Ressler and I am on the board of directors for House of Hope. I believe in House of Hope for countless reasons. It not only is a school that educates, it cultivates a safe environment for students to learn. It is not only a safe environment, but a haven in which young Palestinians can thrive. House of Hope provides an education that reaches far beyond alphabets and textbooks to music and art that promote creative expression that heals. Our teachers are far more than staff. They are leaders and beacons of hope. House of Hope's reach extends far beyond the walls of a building. In fact, its influence is not hindered by any wall or border. Restriction of movement out of Palestine should not stop the quality of education and opportunity that flows in. We believe this, and we are committed to keeping quality education, life, and healing flowing into Palestine so that they not only have an opportunity to grow, but to lead. It is my greatest honor to have not only heard, but to have seen the impact of House of Hope. And when you see, you know. And when you see something that works, you work to keep it going. House of Hope is so much more than a community. We are family. And on behalf of our family at House of Hope, we are so grateful for each one of you for being here today and for considering and joining us to support the ongoing efforts of House of Hope and the future of Palestine. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Well, just the beginning of our evening together. And that was Jamie Ressler on the Supporting Hope Board of Directors. And prior to her, Duha, the Executive Director at House of Hope, happy to tell you all that she recently welcomed a new baby in the past week or two. So we're so happy for her, Mabruk Duha. Tonight's concert is a fundraiser for the music education program at House of Hope. We are trying to raise $15,000 for musical instruments and teacher salaries so they can teach therapeutic music for our students. We know that music helps soothe, support children who are exposed to trauma and experience ongoing unmitigated stress, as the children at House of Hope do. So we know it works. As Jamie mentioned in her previous video, when we see something that works, we want to support it and grow it and expand it. We know music helps these children. So join us tonight in investing in the music education program at House of Hope. You can donate via our website. The comment is in the chat and we'll resend it. Or you can just go to our website, houseofhope.vision, and click in the upper right-hand corner on the give sign, and 100% of all donations tonight go to House of Hope. And as Christy mentioned, we are a volunteer-run nonprofit, so 100% of all your donations always go to House of Hope. Thank you also for bearing with us with some of the slight technical cuts in the video. You know, we are a grassroots nonprofit, and so we're just every year figuring out the live streaming tech. So thanks for bearing with us. And I hope that you're able to still hear the message and hear the music despite. So next up, we're going to be hearing from another teacher at House of Hope, an amazing, amazing woman, Arab, who will share her message to us of strength and resilience. She's an incredible woman. After her, we'll be hearing more from the Manar and the kids. They'll be singing another Christmas song, Christmas classic. And then we'll be hearing Mr. William, who is a music teacher at House of Hope and a professional oud player, playing an oud performance for us. So thank you so much.
وهي اللغة المشتركة بين جميع الموسيقى. الجميع بيعرف إن الموسيقى هي لغة العصر وهي اللغة المشتركة بين جميع دول العالم. الموسيقى شيء جميل جدا وفيها ألحان متعددة، خصوصا إذا أدخلناها بالتعليم. نحن كشعب نرضخ تحت الاحتلال. الأطفال عندنا يعانون من الضغوطات النفسية والاجتماعية، فتقديم الموسيقى وخصوصا بطريقة مبدعة تعليمية تساعد على التخفيف من المعاناة النفسية للأطفال، وتساعدهم أيضا في تطور شخصيتهم الاجتماعية والذكاء الاجتماعي بين الناس، يساعد في الحديث بين الناس. بيت الأمل هي مؤسسة وجمعية خيرية، أنا إلي فيها 4 سنين. أنا بحب بيت الأمل لأنه في شيء من شخصيتي، التحدي موجود فيه على رغم الظروف اللي إحنا بنمر فيها، إلا أن كل سنة بنعمل إشي جديد. صح ما بيكون يعني بالحجم الكبير اللي بنقدر عليه، بس اللي بنقدر عليه بنقدمه وبيكون على المستوى اللي بدنا إياه. فإحنا كل سنة عنا تحدي جديد، ومساعدة الدول المانحة ومساعدتكم إن شاء الله بنكبر وبنصير أحسن وأكبر.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
My name is Deanna Cohen, and I hope you'll join me in supporting the important work of House of Hope Palestine. Minar and Milad and their amazing team of educators are doing incredible work, helping children heal in the occupied West Bank from trauma through Waldorf education and the living arts of story, art, and song. Please join me in this important work that's changing lives for children and their families.
All right. One of the things that I really heard when we were listening to teacher Arab, who has been at House of Hope School for several years now, one of the things that she said is that she finds a home at House of Hope and loves doing this work of bringing trauma-informed, holistic education to these children because she likes a challenge. And I think every mother that's watching this concert can relate. The challenge of supporting children, and that is what we are called here today to do. We are surrounding this community in occupied Palestine and helping to support them and lift them up, the next generation of children in Palestine. And also great to hear from Mr. William and Menarda Kids and Deanna Cohen, one of our longtime supporters from the Jewish community in Portland. We are next going to be hearing from some teenagers and youth that are participating in our newest program. It's called Palestine Beats, and it is teaching digital beat making, songwriting, and communication skills to a group of 16 to 24-year-olds in Al Azariya Abu Dis. House of Hope has been around since 2007. That's a long time of, supporting and serving their community. So many of the children that were with them in their early years, after school, summer school, and then kindergarten and elementary school are now teenagers or young men and women. And we support people from the youngest age of kindergarten all the way through early adulthood, all the way, including the teachers at the school. So it was a delight to have Palestine Beats this year serving our teenagers and young adults. So we'll hear from them, and then we'll also hear from one of our newest Supporting Hope board members, Mariam Alwan, Syrian Palestinian American, incredible woman who is our new director of storytelling for House of Hope. So without further ado.
مواهب حاليا بفلسطين هي مدفونة، فإنه العمل الفريقي دائما بيشجعك إنه خلص صار حان وقت الموعد إنه توصل هاي الرسالة.
بدينا جديد نغني كلمات وبتطلع مني عايشين في عالم مصلحجي هذا يا عمي جنني.
So hello, hi, my name is Salah Shaheen. I'm 33 years old from Bethany, Al Azariya, Jerusalem. So I got invited to this amazing experience with the project with Milad and Valerie and Soundtrap. We built a nice and beautiful team there, and for real the experience is really beautiful. Like, it's giving you a place that you can express yourself freely Like you can take all the positive energy from the team and the communication and to listening to music and to have a space that you can just like release what deeply inside of you. And it's really beautiful experience. Like music is a place and a space and a home for the people who need to be healed. Like music is it's a language that can be everyone can understand and have no rules and built by respect and freedom and House of Hope give us this place and space. Like for me as Salah, like in the music and in the art and in the theater. So it's a place where you can find yourself and be yourself there. It's really nice. Like this experience of expressing yourself, listening to the other, and working together as a team. It was really nice. And thank you.
Hi, I'm Valerie Orth. I am a music producer and the Palestine Beats teaching artist. Palestine Beats has been an amazing experience, not just for me, but for the program participants as well, of course. It's been a really valuable cross-cultural experience in terms of technology, beat making, songwriting, and I've seen the participants really gel as a group in terms of creating a safe community where they can be vulnerable to learn really new tools and also just support each other. Music has this profound way of healing and empowering because someone can really express themselves deeply and authentically once they know how to do it, once they have the tools to do it through music. And Palestine Beats offers that opportunity to learn, to express, just in a way that the participants really want to, what they need to communicate to the world.
إذا كان عند الفريق يعني إنه رسالة جد وصلت لهذا المجتمع فكتير راح يصير في تشجيع للناس تنشر المواهب هاي الفلسطينية.
I believe in House of Hope Vision School because it embodies its name as a beacon of hope in the darkness. As a Palestinian in diaspora, it is infinitely inspiring and valuable for me to be able to help Palestinian children heal and grow, even from afar. As director of storytelling, I've been able to interview parents and teachers and former students who all tell me the same thing. They tell me that the school ties the community together. And I've watched with my own eyes as their faces light up as they tell me their memories and describe how they've blossomed as a result of the school's one-of-a-kind nurturing and curriculum. House of Hope is truly a source of innovation. It is the only Waldorf school in the West Bank, providing artistic and holistic learning and therapy. And Palestine Beats is just the latest of many life-changing programs, providing a creative outlet for nonviolent resistance and overcoming trauma. It's just one school, but I've seen the massive ripple effects it's had already, and I know that they will only continue to spread. In fact, House of Hope is not just a school. It's an embodiment of the Palestinian spirit, of resilience, of love, and of light.
Oh, thanks so much to Mariam for that message. And it was also so great to hear from our Palestine Beats participants and from our teaching artist, Valerie. How amazing is that program? We have a couple of organizations we want to thank whose grant support helped really to bring that Palestine Beats program to life. Firstly, Empathy for Peace is a Canadian nonprofit organization, and they really see the power of empathy in conflict resolution and in peace building. And we've been so thrilled by their recognition of how the Palestine Beats program can promote emotional literacy and expression, and we are grateful for their support. We also want to give a shout out to WebSticker for their support of the Palestine Beats program through their Freely Fund granting program. This year, we were also very fortunate to receive a grant from the Davis Projects for Peace, which supported the Waldorf teacher training and summer arts programming at House of Hope this past summer. You know, looking back on the year, it's so awesome to see that other organizations are taking note of the amazing work that happens at House of Hope, and by offering their grant support to help make programs like the Summer Arts and the Palestine Beats program possible. These are both great examples of programming that really extends beyond the kindergarten and the elementary school and making a lasting impact on the lives of young ones at House of Hope's community as they grow. Next up, we're excited to hear a message from teacher Mayar, who is a kindergarten teacher at House of Hope. And we'll also hear from Catherine Henneschrock. My first introduction to House of Hope was on a trip to Palestine with the Global Immersion Project. And I was so very lucky to meet and get to travel with Catherine. She's an amazing activist, educator, performer, and writer. And we are thrilled that she is sharing her piece titled Imagine with us this evening.
صار لي سنة هون في رؤيا بروضة باردولف. شو المكان اللي حبيته هون إنه في عطاء في حب وفي أمل، والأحلى من هيك إنهم بيعطوكي أفكار جديدة لتقدري تشتغلي على حالك وتطوري من حالك. واللي حبيته هون مجال باردولف مختلف عن أي مجال تاني بخص التعليم، وأنا هون مكاني مش بس مكان خاص، صار أهلي وبيتي هون. تعودت في هذا المكان وحابة أطور حالي كمان وكمان في هذا المكان لأنه هون في دعم. بحسهم شوي شوي كل مرة بتكتشفي فيهم إشي جديد، بسرعة بندمجوا في المكان، بندمجوا بالنشاط اللي بتشتغليه، بحبوا الأشياء الجديدة، بنبسطوا. إذا كان في شغل يدوي بيستمتعوا فيه وهم جالسين معك، بتحسي في متعة في الإشي. ومش بس كمان هيك، الأطفال شوي شوي بتحسي فيهم أشياء بعطوك هم أفكار، من كتر الأفكار اللي بيشوفوها يصير هم يقترحوا عليك أشياء، وهذا الإشي إحنا كتير بننبسط فيهم ونشوف الطفل هو بيعطيك الفكرة كمان، مش بس أنت اللي تعطي بس.
Hello, dear friends. I am so happy to share on behalf of and alongside House of Hope. House of Hope, you inspire me every day. I join you in passion around using art and creativity to support youth development. I join you in a mission of love for your community, for Palestine, for the world, really. And I look to your leadership to offer me guidance in the work of creating resilience in communities. And I love you all, and I hope you enjoy this piece. This is called Imagine. Let's just imagine that we wake up each day to center human dignity, insisting that each person is part of me. And when we encounter resistance, we pause, we breathe, we may even rage or grieve. Then we press on in curiosity. Love labors, then refuses to be enemies. We build beloved community. Imagine that we seek to understand rather than be understood. We get to know our neighbor, say hello to a stranger, and when the policy doesn't serve us, we pause, We breathe. We may even rage or grieve. Then we rework it. People first. We deserve it. Imagine that we release ourselves from the need to be perfect. Slow down. Take breaks. Dance to cope. We fight with our hope. Imagine play as purpose, mercy as justice. Imagine forgiveness, even if they don't deserve this, even if we don't deserve this. Imagine us, you and me, here and now. This gathering is no mistake. Awake to this time and space, to this cosmos, universe, planets and galaxies, matter and energy, where we are here and now. Wow. We are here and now. Say it with me. We are here and now. How marvelous. To say it is a coincidence might be a convenience or a missed chance. Imagine each day, step outside, behold the sun, feel the wind wrap around you. We are one, and we're going to be all right. Each one carries the light. Look within. Imagine.
Wow. That was beautiful, amazing, and inspiring. Oh, thanks so much to Catherine for the gift of sharing Imagine with us. You know, among our global community of supporters is one group of folks who have made a particularly lasting impact on House of Hope, and they are the Vision community. This is a group of supporters who have committed to monthly donations to House of Hope. And with their sustained giving, we are able to budget and plan for a school year like we've never been able to before. When I think back on just a couple of years ago, we weren't always sure whether we'd have enough funds on hand to cover rent and utilities for the upcoming month. But now, through the sustained giving of the Vision community, they have ensured that the lights literally stay on, and we are so, so grateful to all of them. All of you, all of our Vision community members. As we look ahead, we hope to grow this community of monthly givers so that we can continue to improve teacher salaries, increase our ability to serve the students with additional programming. So as we turn the corner into 2022, if you find yourself in a position where you might be able to commit to monthly giving, we just ask that you might consider joining our Vision community. You can visit our website to learn more at houseofhope.vision. Coming up next, we'll be treated to a Palestinian Arabic folklore medley performed by Manar and Abed, featuring a medley of songs such as Where to Ramallah, You of Handsome Length, and From the Guarding Eye of My Mother. And following their performance, we'll hear a message from Greer Johnston, who is another member of our Supporting Hope team.
Yeah. believe in House of Hope Vision School because I believe in its people. The work of Milad, Manar, and the entire teaching and support staff makes a valuable difference in the lives of children growing up in Ali Zaria and the surrounding communities. These children face trauma most of us cannot imagine as a result of growing up under occupation. Having access to the holistic, healing education and environment at House of Hope gives these children a space to heal and grow and learn, and to express themselves and dream of a future with hope in their hearts. Thank you.
Wow, what a performance by Manar and Abed. Abed is the sweetest person you'd ever meet. I think he's 6'5". He's really tall and he's a gentle giant. And he's a wonderful human being and a teacher's aide. And he actually attended House of Hope programming when he was young. He went to their after school and summer school. He lives in Abu Dis in a nearby village, and his family owns a corner store. And he's now a teacher's aide and has been at House of Hope for many years as an adult working. So, as I was listening to them and watching them play, I thought, if they can have joy and hope under such difficult conditions, such difficult, unfair circumstances, we can have hope. If they can inspire us, then let's inspire them and join me tonight. Invest in House of Hope. Let's surround them with love and encouragement. At House of Hope, we provide trauma-informed, holistic education. We provide programs for youth to develop leadership skills and music and art as a tool. We provide teacher training so that Palestinian teachers living in the West Bank can have access to the best holistic trauma-informed teacher training and teaching education. And we want to keep it going and expand it because someday we want House of Hope Ramallah. We want House of Hope Bethlehem. We want House of Hope Gaza City. We want to spread this kind of education so that every child in Palestine has access to the best education, just like we have here in the United States. So as they spread joy and hope to us tonight as they sing, let's give it back. Let's give back our hope and joy and support. Join me and give tonight. I'm a member of the Vision community. I support. You can give $10. You can give $10,000. It doesn't matter. It all counts. We're all giving what we can. No amount is too small. Join the Vision community. Just means you give every month. And that support is how they keep going. Okay, so next up is Mr. William. Mr. William's not only a musician, but he's also a published author. He's published, I think, 3 books. So he is now going to perform for us a poem he wrote about Christmas and what it means to him.
New Year will come to our city from far away, not to make a visit, but to stay for a long time. To tell children, streets, houses, and the people of our city lovely stories about a special child who was born someday in Bethlehem. Hundreds of children are waiting near the 7 gates of Jerusalem and in another cities in Palestine. He promised for Papa Noel to come in a Christmas night to offer them lovely presents and sweet dreams. And they will shine and sing with him all the Christmas hymns and songs they know. And we will say with joy and happiness, to Papa Noel, parents, neighbors, friends, streets, and houses of our city. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas. It's time that we will shall have a new year in our city. Happy New Year. It's time for joy. It's time for joy. It's time for joy. Hallelujah.
Wow, I love Mr. William, and I love how he says Papa Noel, and just an amazing, amazing man, and we're so thrilled to have him as part of the House of Hope family, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight for our second annual House of Hope Music Heals Benefit Concert. It's been so wonderful spending this evening with you. Reach out and we'd love to get to know you more. You can always reach us at info@supportinghouseofhope.org and find us on all the social channels. We'd love to get to know who you are and connect more. So thank you so much for joining us tonight, and to everyone that's listening to the recording tomorrow in Palestine, Bahebek, we love you and happy holidays.